Make some noise for
Down the Rabbit Hole Podcast.
Welcome back into Down the Rabbit Hole Podcast. Sitting in here and recording after a nice little break. We're in here with the new year, and we decided with New Year's comes new things, so we're going a little new direction. Somebody said that we only talk about politics, so we thought it was a good idea that we would come in here, and we're talking to a local phenom, up-and-coming 11-year-old girl who is kicking tail. Sitting in here, I got new guests. I got Jeff on the end. I got Brian. Sitting over here on my right, I got Willie. And over here, I got Willow. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show.
Good. Good.
So I'm hearing that you just came from a fight.
Yeah, I came from Piedmont Middle Wrestling Tournament.
Oh, yeah? How'd the fight go?
I won. I kind of beat the crap out of him. I may or may not have embarrassed him in front of his whole team, but...
That's awesome. What kind of fight style was it tonight? Wrestling?
Yeah, it was wrestling.
Okay.
When I was your age, I was trying to beat Jeff's score at Metroid. What is it like, you know, is that like the basis of your life is fighting, training to fight, going to fight, thinking about a fight?
Yeah, 100%.
Just hoping somebody at school says something wrong?
Yes, I always hope that happens.
Oh, man. I dread that for them when that happens.
No.
No, but seriously, when I was your age, I was playing video games, doing the lazy thing. We ran a little bit, you know, but...
We did go outside a lot more than the kids do today, but that's...
Yeah. Do you go outside?
If I have time, probably, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she has much time. Free time is probably a word she doesn't quite wrap around, you know?
What does that mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I think training is more of the better phrase for her, because I see nothing but training and fights from Willie's page, and it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, and anybody who is friends with Willie in person or on his social media most definitely is up to date with what's going on.
You better believe it. Yep.
So with that being said, I know that you are involved in a lot of different styles and a lot of different competitions. How would we pull up the record? Do you know it off the top of your head?
My record right now is like, I have 198 fights, including today. I am like 130.
134 as of tonight.
134 to like
I think
64.
I think it's 134, 62, and 1.
Right.
I think that's what it is.
I think you can go to Cage Match. I think isn't that what it's cagematch.net or something?
Was it all posted on there?
You can see it all on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. On YouTube, I have her record.
Okay.
I saw on there that there was some weightlifting competitions too. Could you tell me about that? Are you just trying to see how strong you can be too?
I mean, yeah. I just want to see how strong I can be and how strong I can get.
She won those as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, I won them because no one else was in my bracket, but even if they were, I probably still would have won.
She's a USA powerlifting national champion.
Yeah. And
I seen her clean and press my weight, almost.
You know, and for the viewers out there, let me make sure that I clarify this. We're not just talking about every time there's a wrestling match in Union County. We're talking about 20-hour flights around the world. Where was that last place y'all went?
Indonesia.
Yeah, that is, I mean, the farthest I've been is like Nevada. I was like 3.5 hours is about all I could take. You're not scared of flying?
The first time I was, but now I probably just sleep 10 out of 12 hours.
Where did you go the first time to fight out of country?
To fight, I think it was like tennis, like out of country?
Yeah.
Oh, Greece.
Greece? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. So how many out of country places have you been to fight?
I've only been to Greece and Indonesia to fight, but this year it's going to be in Brazil, so.
Ooh, Brazil, I want to go.
If you pay, you can.
I'll pay for sure. I love Brazil. That's amazing. I think about the shows you see on like Netflix and stuff. The what's it called? Something about like Dance Mom or something like that.
Dance Moms?
Yeah, they have the kid, and you see the parents behind the scene like freaking out, going crazy over every little thing, wardrobe. And
That's how my dad does.
that's what I was going to ask. Does he get to screaming at people and all that stuff too, or is
Yes.
he pretty chill?
He screams, cries, does everything. He will start throwing a fit.
That competitive drive definitely came from somewhere.
Hey, those people will take that really serious. As a matter of fact, you mentioned it, but I was already aware of it a while back. There was some smack talk between some parents. Did you follow this?
I did.
Oh man, and you want to tell us about that? It was good, man.
Oh, I want to hear it.
Well, use
Smack talk? I don't know.
I think it's Elena's dad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nationals.
Elena's dad.
What happened?
Well, it
not
started
that.
out. It was just supposed to be friendly,
Friendly
talk.
competition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then
Start getting personal.
yeah, and he was talking crap about Willow crying, his daughter beating Willow, this, that, and everything else. I was all fine with that. I didn't care because I knew that was all part of the trash talk leading up to the event. But then his daughter choked Willow out at the tournament. I mean, she put Willow to sleep. And when I didn't even notice at first because I was recording, but I was watching Willow, and another parent, I guess they noticed it and pointed it out to me. So after I went back and watched the video, you could see him in the background. He was just looking at me, smiling, shaking his head, smacking his gums. Yeah.
Dude, just shut up.
You're a freaking tool, dude. That's a 10-year-old girl.
Wow.
Yeah, good for you. You won, but
Was his kid that fought Willow boy or girl?
Girl.
And I believe too, you had a fight where you had to fight your friend. Is that not strange?
I mean, sorta, because, like, I usually train with her. So, like, it's not really different, but it kind of is different because, like, if you win, you still get a reward.
Right, but
when they train hard. So
Are you
they-
holding? I mean, are you giving 100% punches?
Yeah, no matter what.
Is she giving 100% punches?
I think so, and I hope so.
Yeah.
And so then y'all are still friends when it's over?
100%, yeah.
Well, that was the fight
cool.
in Indonesia they just went to.
What do you do for a living? How do you do all this, man? This has got to be thousands and thousands of dollars flying over.
is.
Like
It
to
is.
fly to Indonesia, what's a flight for two to Indonesia and back?
Too much.
2,500?
Hell no,
More.
more than that.
6.
6,000?
It was. I think it was around 650 for both of us round trip, and that was just the
650
the
or 6,500?
65.
Yeah, 6,500. I mean, yeah, 6,500.
For two? And then you got to get a hotel.
Then
And then
hotel.
you got to eat.
Travel.
Registration fees, the money for her gear, transportation to and from, food.
So while we're on that subject, I would like to say, if you want to check Willow out, go to find Willie Liles on Facebook. You're open where anybody can look through your stuff, right? So you can find Willie Liles. We're going to put a link
Yeah, we'll definitely
in our
do that.
thing to it. But what Willow would really need is some sponsors. Sponsorship would be awesome. She had a sponsor at one time, but it was just I think Willie was telling me, it was
Year
just
period.
a brief thing, where they sponsor kids and then they just go to the next kid. They're not trying to sponsor a kid from start to UFC career or anything like that. It's just to start them up. So, if anybody is interested in sponsoring, please reach out to Willie Liles.
Would it be mostly in the way of money or like gear?
Money, preferably, because that's we was talking about Indonesia. Indonesia was just at the beginning of December, so it was a month ago.
Yeah. So
Nationals is at the end of February. That's in Columbus.
And Brazil's gonna
that's
be
that's
sometime
going to
in
be
June.
a 3-day tournament, and then right after February in June is Brazil.
Yeah.
So that's like within not even 6 months. There's 3 trips that we're going, and I'm broke. I'm doing all I can.
That's the thing with trying to become a mixed martial artist, or the ultimate goal would be joining the UFC, correct?
Yeah.
So there is nothing that has showed a journey from beginning to end to get to that space, especially with Willow being so young. It takes a whole lot of sacrifice and a whole lot of money and a whole lot of dedication. And that's what, we're doing a podcast showcasing her because not only do we believe in her, but everybody else around here should too.
Absolutely.
when did you get into this? When was your first fight?
My first tournament is when I was 6. It was a jiu-jitsu competition. And I first got into it when I was like 3 when I started karate.
So did your dad kind of nudge you, hey, you need to get into this and learn how to fight? Or was you just already like kind of,
Okay, so when I was really young, I watched The Karate Kid and I went, Dad, I want to be a ninja. And that's how it all started.
I said the same thing, and my parents were like, shut up and go to bed.
yeah.
That's what she was playing T-ball, and T-ball season just ended. So I was like, "What do you get into next?" So I could like T-ball, soccer. She's like, "Dad, I want to be a ninja." Rock on, okay, let's do it.
We got it. Yeah.
Was it the original Karate Kid or was it the one with Will Smith's kid in it?
No, it's the original.
Yeah,
100%.
with Ralph Macchio.
Yeah.
I haven't watched this, but I heard there's like a new show where it like flips the script or something.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah, I've never even
Cobra
seen
Kai,
it. Is it good?
yeah.
I finished it. I loved it.
So
What's it
I
called?
should check it out.
Yeah, 100%.
So all of a sudden they're now the good guys.
Not really.
It goes back and forth.
I've
It's
seen
a
little bit,
television
yeah.
show.
Yeah.
You know, they're like
I'll look into it. It sounds good. though.
it's a teenage version of Karate Kid. So like it's leaning more towards her age, but it's entertaining.
But when it
For
first
sure.
come out, I thought it was awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
it followed the story real good. It tied everything together. But then, like the more the seasons went on,
Yeah.
it started change a little bit, like catering more to like the kids and the young, the like teenagers and stuff like that.
So all right. So you entered this first tournament when you were 6. So you're like, all right, we got to start training. So you go to some gym, right?
Yeah.
They probably hand you like these little weight sets and stuff, right?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
It's just weird that she's fighting boys, though. That's weird. Like, I'm surprised they would put males up against a little girl. That seems kind of.
Amateur competition.
Is that normal? Am I just
Up
out of
until
the
you're
loop?
13,
I mean,
you
it's-
fight whoever they have, and then from 13 to 18, they try to keep it together more. That like if she's the only girl, but there's another girl in the age or weight division up or below, they'll try to keep them together to keep the girls together. But then there's boys and girls until you're 18. That's when it's just strict. After 18 and up, it's girls.
So right now, sometimes Willow has to sacrifice fighting somebody. I'm gonna guess most of the time above her weight
Yeah.
class,
Oh, yes.
100%. Yeah.
or a boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Or both.
Do they give you? Okay. I was gonna ask if they gave you like a choice, like, all right, you
No.
can fight this girl. She's 20 pounds heavier, or you can fight this boy. It's just whatever fits for their bracket. Of that
Whatever
night or
open they
whatever,
have
right?
closest to where she is.
And that's just mostly because right now most people are there. A lot of them aren't. It's not what they want to do for the rest of their life. They're just doing something to do something.
Yep.
It's not as serious quite yet.
It's technically amateur.
Yeah.
Right. And it because it's amateur, you just don't have as many people. But once you said once she gets to 13, then it's more going to be her age, sex,
As best they
and,
can, yeah.
Weight class
Yeah,
as well.
correct,
Right?
yes.
Okay.
It's like that, but then it's funny when the girl actually beats him.
No, I mean, I think it's amazing that I've, just got back with Willie on Facebook. So, I don't think I'll ever be able to go through all those videos, but there was quite a few. The one that impressed me the most, though, and this wasn't a fight, you guys were trading, is when you did the Hurricanrana on that dude and flipped him over. And I was like, I thought that was only a fake move they do in wrestling, and the other guy has to set up for him, but you like flipped him like he was nothing. And I was just like,
He was nothing.
okay. I love it.
He gave me a 45-minute highlight clip. So
I've got the one.
we could just cut the mics off and hit play. This is on your wall, I believe. I mean, that's like that's like
Goodness gracious.
200 medals.
I counted when I was like 9 years old, and I had like
Wow.
over 100.
The very first one, that's the one she won in Indonesia. That was
one
her,
right there?
her last gold medal that she won. That yes.
Good.
all in
grief,
order.
man. That
Yeah,
is.
I try to keep them in order, but
Yeah.
sometimes they
If
don't stay in
if you
order.
if you ever move, you're gonna have to label them all.
No, they are labeled.
They are
You can see
labeled.
tags hanging off of some of them.
Oh,
That's
yeah, I
how
see
they,
it.
they're labeled.
All right.
All of her belts are labeled.
What's this right here? We got,
We got-
6 belts.
Yeah, we got a kickboxing, a jiu-jitsu, another kickboxing, another jiu-jitsu, then 2 MMA.
Do you ever just wear them around the house?
I mean, no, but I want to.
I would.
And what are these here? We got trophies.
Yeah, those are from Taekwondo, kickboxing, boxing, and I think that's it.
I like how you hide the soccer at the back.
Yeah, she didn't play ball very long. She has baseball, soccer,
Yeah.
volleyball, gymnastics.
Going into your first fight, you're 6 years old. Did you win or lose?
I can't remember. I think I won.
Her,
yeah,
her very first match, like
I
she had
fought
just turned 6.
I fought an 8 and 9 year old.
She fought a 9-year-old boy, and he's like a foot taller than her. And she went, Dad, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Like, just go in there and do what you know to do. Take him to the ground. He's the same size as you are.
I wonder if
she
he-
went out there and choked him out.
I wonder if he's somewhere. He's sitting on a podcast talking about how I was 9 years old. I was feeling good, and this 6-year-old girl just whipped my tail.
He went back to T-ball after that.
Yeah, yeah, interesting.
So on your first fight, you were nervous?
Yeah, that's what my dad says, but I don't think I was.
Okay. So now when you go to fight, is it just like, it's like going to school, right? No big deal.
Yeah.
Okay. Just going to do your thing. And when you're done, you go home, right?
Yeah, but sometimes when they're maybe about like a foot taller than me, 2 foot taller than me, I get a little bit nervous, but
Is it? Yeah, it's probably not nerves so much as like you just get a little more focused on the like, okay, this guy's a lot bigger than me, so I got to really like concentrate and stay on my game to win this one.
yeah. And fun fact, after my first match when I won, my dad cried.
Yeah, I bet he did.
It was
I
adorable.
was proud of her.
We see him cry all the time. We know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I was telling a story about the first time that I met your dad.
And I don't remember that.
Well, that's because you
Of course you don't.
No, that's because you didn't even know I was there. We didn't make eye contact. Do you know the story I'm talking about?
No, you was asking me about it with Jeff's the other night.
okay.
Yeah, you didn't say it because
So
you
listen,
wanted to keep it.
this is how I met your dad. We were in middle school, and it was the first time because our whole life in school, we was at this elementary school. We knew everybody. So we go to middle school, and there's all these new people. I'm like, I just figured everybody just moved up. So these people came from somewhere else. And I always got to school early in the mornings and chilled out in the media center. And I hear this commotion. Oh, I hear, and this is like 6:45 in the morning or
Dad?
something. So I hear this commotion, and we had this gym teacher, Mr. Davis. He wasn't like big, but when we were little, he was big. And I look over, and Mr. Davis is walking you through the media center like this, and your feet were on his feet, and he was walking. I told you not. And all I heard Willie say was, "He spit on my shoe." Do you remember that? And I was like, I am never gonna be hanging around that guy.
Look where you are now, though.
Yeah. So
Stuck
yeah.
with him forever.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Past 30
That
years.
dude, I was like, somebody spit on his shoe, and I think he wore his head out.
A funny story tonight. We were just at Piedmont. Her tournament was at Piedmont Middle.
Yeah.
Like I was in 6th grade, your age. Just
I could
where
probably
was
guess
at.
who it is.
She was like,
This is where
"Well,
my
did you ever
dad
get into
fought."
a fight here?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she said, "Show me where." So I showed her in the cafeteria. And I guess she went there and was talking to her team about it. Well, guess whose nephew is on her wrestling team?
Oh, no.
And they had already told him about it, and he was telling Willow about it.
Somebody should have rung the bell. We could have a rematch.
Bro, if I fought his son, like if his son also went to Porter Ridge Middle and he was in wrestling and went, "Nah, let's take it to the cafeteria. Let's do it over there."
We don't need no refs.
Yeah. But before y'all got there, me and Brian were talking, and he's like, "You remember what you said about every time that he was at a show,
The
man?"
only time that I have ever interacted with Willie has been after he got pulled off with somebody during a fight.
Or kicked out of the club, and then afterwards meet
There was
somewhere else.
that. That was the last time. But
Catch him coming out to the car.
especially like when Travel More PMK shows would happen over there, like he would come in and he would just have a presence about him because I think everybody knew what was going to happen.
My God's special.
And sure enough, he did. But like to back to kind of, I'm gonna do the weave here. If Willie would have had the access to do mixed martial arts training, I have no doubt that he would be the Tank
assassin.
Abbott of the UFC. Like,
I mean, I just like doing it. I never once considered myself a badass by any means. I never walked around.
No,
"Oh,
no,
I'm this,
But
I'm
Dad,
that."
you are a badass.
I just did it because it was fun. I mean, if I got my ass whooped, fine either way.
That's the thing. There's always
I've had
there's
my
a real-
ass whooped before.
There's always a real bad dude somewhere, and eventually
Yeah.
you get caught up.
By me.
I remember that story about that guy that y'all had fought a bunch of times, and you saw him walking down the road and gave him a ride, and then when he got out, he like sucker punched you, and I thought, how sorry is that after you gave him a ride?
Oh,
It's like
he did more. He whooped the shit out of me.
it's like thanks, man. I'd have drove over him. I'd have had to drive over him.
ain't no way.
Yeah, so I don't remember the first time I met your dad, but I do remember a funny story is your dad had this thing other than the fighting people all the time. He had this thing of wanting to shave everybody's head. He had a bald head, and so my hair was down to here, right? I'm like 16, 17. We go out.
Ask her who shaved
Oh
her
my
head.
God.
I already knew. I don't have to ask her. I already knew. So we go out. I'm drinking, we're drinking, having a good time. And I was the victim that night. So I got my shoulder length hair chopped off.
Your luscious locks.
Yes. And then I went home, and my mother saw me, and she's, oh my God, Jeffrey, did you join a cult?
Oh my
Like,
God.
I guess.
Like, how
Man.
shaved are we talking?
No, like this. I went from,
to the skin.
Oh, you didn't just
Dad.
buzz cut
no,
it.
clippers. So,
that the
I mean,
reason?
as close as clippers get. And
Wow.
I kept it shaved because at that point I realized, like, I got a great head for a bald head. So I was like, yeah, I
It
like
was
it.
easy to keep up with.
Yeah, I don't have to. It cuts 5 minutes off my shower. It cuts, 5 minutes off the morning routine. I don't have to get hair on my face anymore. It was great,
Man, y'all are rowdy, dude.
I'm telling you, man. What the
Like,
world?
we pulled pranks, but not like we're gonna shave your head when you fall asleep. Like,
It was always with consent.
I was a willing,
okay, all right.
yeah, I was a willing participant, although I'm not sure how good the consent is because I was fairly intoxicated. So I could press some charges at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
could.
I was like,
I
it
think
was
the statute of
consent at the
limitations.
time, but the next day might be different.
Yeah,
Hey, I'll be his lawyer. I'll stand up for my dad.
All right. Well, I'm not going to court.
And if the judge disagrees, I'll beat him up.
A fighting,
not going
a
to court.
fighting lawyer.
At the
That's
end of the
something you
day,
don't want.
he
We
did
will
him a
fight for
favor,
you.
So
Yeah, really
I mean,
fight.
it ends up working out at the end.
If we could, I want to go into some clips that I have here pulled up of you fighting. If you would, tell me what's going on here. If y'all will look at your screens here, what is this about? Who is this girl here?
Okay, so this is one of the Kansas girls. I don't remember her name, but in this match, this is the one in I think Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
And she
Oh,
was
wow.
really
Nice
big,
spin
and I got scared a little bit before the match.
Nice.
But yeah,
She's 16 inches
I still
taller.
beat her.
Right to the gut.
Oh, no.
Caught her right in the liver.
Is it over?
Yeah,
over.
yeah,
That was it?
Ding dong ding. Crown the
Did you
king.
know as soon as you kicked that was it?
Yeah, because me and my coach Chase, because he was the one that coached me there. Whenever he said go, that means I'll throw a spinning back kick, and he said go like 6 times, so I just kept throwing them and throwing them and throwing them. So
That
yeah.
was a beautifully executed.
And she was quite larger than you.
Yeah.
Yes.
You chop them down, man.
That's right.
Tell me what's going on here.
Okay, so here I had no one in my bracket. He was like 2 weight classes above me, and they went, "Do you want to fight him?" And I said, "Sure."
So he's got a lot of hair, but that's a boy.
Yeah.
Now
He's got that llama haircut that they always have.
Are you're in the pink?
I'm
No, you're not in
Blue.
the pink.
I'm the,
dark blue.
I'm in the purple.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, was that purple?
Yeah,
That's
purple black.
ridiculous, man.
You are a terror.
And the funny thing is,
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
How many times are you going to slam him?
This was what was funny that made it all worth
That-
it.
Oh.
his
There's
coach,
more?
Yeah, his coach said to my coach that, "Are you sure you want this boy to fight your kid? He's gonna kill her." And my coach went, "Yeah."
Like, yeah, let's see about
Like,
that.
Wow.
Are you positive?
Now is she getting a point every time she
I mean,
hit him
About,
on the ground,
2
right?
or 3, yeah.
she slammed him like so many times. It's ridiculous here.
That was unbelievable. That was like 5 slam. Like that'd be my worst nightmare.
That was the move you see on wrestling where you know it's fake and they're just rolling with them and they're flipping them over
That's not
multiple
fake.
times.
That
Exactly.
is
like,
no.
boom.
Talk me through this right here.
Is this a stand up, just straight stand up Muay Thai? It looks like
kickboxing, yeah.
Kickboxing. Okay.
Check this out. Talk me through this right here.
Okay, so I fought this like really tall kid
Oh,
because
front
like
kick.
I think he was still my weight or maybe a little bit heavier. I can't really remember.
Oh.
But I was nervous before the match, like usual when I fight someone taller. But after a while, I went, "Oh wait,
Stuck him right there.
it's kind of easy to fight him."
Look, he's
Got him.
no,
got
he's-
him.
oh,
Got him. She
he's
found the
rattled.
range, and that is
boy.
it.
Yeah.
Energy Jones.
Look at that.
Energized. There it is. Oh my goodness.
Superman punch.
She about caught him in the face with a spin kick earlier. That
Yeah.
would've been nice.
Yeah.
And that was like the loudest the crowd have been in there because that was like the first match. I was the one that had to set the pace for the whole fight.
Yeah, I don't think he ain't got the heart in it. I don't think, man.
Well,
Getting the fight out of him.
Dude.
I mean, she's got so much energy. Like,
Bow.
trying to do this, you'll get gassed out in 15 seconds. Like, I don't care how old you are. Like,
I'm
it's a
tired from
lot.
watching
Hey,
it.
hey,
I am too.
Brian, check this out right here.
feel like I've just been
This
in
is
3
what Jeff
fights.
was talking about right here. Watch this.
Okay.
Check this out.
Oh, whoa! Who then can runner? He got it.
Yep. Look, and then take a bow. Done, boy.
Plus, she has to bow after everything.
I do. It's my signature
Yeah,
bow.
yeah, you got to have your signature.
I really want to see
That was awesome.
what you say about this right here where you had to fight your friend. Oh. Were you excited or is it like fun or?
I was excited, but also like a little bit sad that I had to fight her because we've been friends ever since Greece. So it's been like a year, 2 years ish.
She looks pretty tough though.
She is really tough. That's why I also didn't really want to go
my.
to the ground because I know if I did, she's probably gonna like try to submit me in seconds.
Are those knees legal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just can't knee on the ground
That's
anymore.
actually why I put those in the
Ooh.
video. This was a Willow video,
Wait.
but Pippa done awesome, so I had to add that.
She
in the
did.
video.
She done awesome.
Oh, hammer pump.
Way to block that takedown early, though. That's getting on top. Oh, that's it.
And we're still friends afterwards because after we went to go get drinks together.
Can you
Non-alcoholic,
imagine in
guys.
like
They were in Indonesia, but it was non-alcoholic.
Yeah, by milks they mean milkshakes.
Yeah.
Juice.
and there's the hug.
Yeah. And right here.
I love that mohawk too, by the way.
Thank you.
That is awesome.
Little backflip.
Oh.
Oh my!
There
Look
you go.
at you.
Just go ahead and show all the way off.
Yeah.
I mean, we need to get some mustard for that hot dog.
You said that there's some stuff coming up in February.
Yeah, in February it's gonna be the qualifiers to go to Brazil in June. I think it's gonna be in Columbus, Ohio still.
At the Arnold.
Yeah, at the Arnold Sports Festival again.
Do you normally drive when it's that like that, or
Fly.
Well, last year was our first one, and we flew.
this got to cost a lot of money doing this? Sounds like every month you're somewhere.
Yep,
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, all right, you get that over now. You got to plan for the next one.
Yep. Exactly.
One night we're in North Carolina, next we're in California, and next we're in who knows Thailand.
Yeah.
So how far out do they plan them? Is it just one in a month, or are you ever like, hey, in 5 years there's this real big one coming?
Well, last year they did the nationals in
Oh wait,
June.
yeah, in
I
June
think in
and-
Wisconsin.
and I couldn't go because I was doing a California tournament
No, that
then.
was 2 years ago.
Oh, 2 years ago?
I'm talking about that last year's in Wisconsin.
Oh,
The qualifiers was in June, and she won. That's how she qualified to go to Greece, but they didn't go until that was this year.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about they went to Indonesia. I'm sorry,
It is last year.
Yeah, it is last year. Technically. So the nationals is in February. It's at February 2nd through February 27th through March 2nd. So it's at the end of February, beginning of March, and then Worlds is going to be in June. They're going to try to keep it together so kids can keep their weight together closer.
Good for that, but bad for the financial part.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Now, do you have an email address where potential sponsors or inquiries about that where they can reach you directly?
Just
Yes, sir.
like your email. It's all lowercase, Willie R. Liles at Gmail.
That's WILLY. No IE, just Y.
I'm gonna put it on the screen wrong just to be funny. Yeah. Hey, you was wanting to bring up Brian Battle a while ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
like the first time that I really saw a lot of the videos that Willie was posting was Brian Battle, and Brian Battle is obviously a really up and coming UFC guy. And I saw an interview that he had with you. I was just curious, how important was he towards coaching you and training you?
I think he was like probably at that time the most important coaching and training me because like I knew he was famous, I knew he was good, and I knew he worked with like really good people to help him get good. So
Sure.
yeah, don't they call him the Butcher?
yeah.
Yeah, that one fight that you posted not too long ago, man, he whooped some tail. It was quick.
In France.
It was
and he
quick.
told France where they could go.
Oh, did he?
Oh, yes, he did. And
Oh,
the
I
Did you
didn't
next
see
really
that
think
fight-
part.
the Butcher was gonna lose in a fist fight to a French dude? I know you did not
See,
think the Butcher
she's
was
got it
gonna
now.
lose in a fist fight to a French dude.
And the,
Whoa.
the next fight,
They were booing him because they was
Yeah.
in France. So they
yeah.
fought a French guy.
Boy.
And at the hotel, the people were waiting outside the door, giving him the finger, waiting for him to walk out.
yeah, they had to have some kind of special thing just for him to get out of there. But like,
Wow.
his next fight he fought, he missed weight by 4 pounds.
He did?
However,
Oh.
even though he missed the 4 pounds, the guy still accepted the fight, and he lost. Battle won, and Battle came out with the same attitude. Look, you still accepted the fight. You're getting money out of my check. So guess what? I still beat you down, dog. And that's how it's going to be.
Look at this. He got a $250,000 fine
Oh my!
and a lifetime ban from competing in France.
That-
What,
that's-
Oh
for
my
flipping a
God.
bird? For flipping a bird?
Wait, really?
that
Oh
might be,
my.
I think that's clickbait.
That's
I
funny.
I think he said that wasn't true. That's what everybody was posting, but I think he said that.
I'm about to say, I don't.
happened.
Yeah.
He probably don't have 250,000, does he?
He probably does.
He's won several
Probably
fight
did.
of the night's performance of the night.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Wow.
he is really good to watch. And Ricky Rainey, like I've heard you guys bring up, I've seen him fight all the way back in Bellator, and man, that guy is so good with the stand up. And
So is he local?
I mean, they all are now, I guess.
He's around Charlotte.
He coaches in Indian Trail.
He
Right.
coaches at
Well, he did.
Carolina Combat Sports and Fitness, but since they moved coaches, it's now Jonathan Martin. But Brian still goes there to train. So
So how often are you in there and there's like some new guy or some new kid walking into the gym? I want to learn
maybe
how to
about
fight.
like every month or so.
I'll say kids like her age, not that often, occasionally, but every fight Brian has for the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, there's always new
guys.
people coming in.
Oh yeah.
the adults. So
Yeah. I wonder how long they last. Like if it's just a fad and then this ain't for me.
that's when the adults come in, we're leaving. So
Yeah.
I don't know who comes.
They
and
get
stays
rocked
or-
a couple times.
Yeah.
Like,
So
Good.
I know we mentioned that you literally just came from a fight. Could you tell us about that? What happened? What was you fighting?
Can I say what I did, please?
Sure.
Thank you. Okay, I had to give permission.
Because
So-
she was mean. She bullied
I
that
was-
little boy.
I bullied him.
After the fight, his dad was over there yelling at him.
Yeah, he was yelling.
Or after the match.
And by the way, when I took my shirt off just to wear my bra, I'd be like, "Hey, yeah,
Yeah, she said,
I'm a girl." And his dad went,
Okay, so walk us back.
Yeah.
What happened and what got you in that frame of mind to just say, you know what? It's time to show these fools how things get done here. Like how did that scenario happen to where you got in your feelings and you went off on old dude?
Okay, so basically every time before a match, my dad goes hard and strong, and that started getting to my head a little bit closer to the middle of the match. So it started off with like me flipping him, ending up on top, yada yada. He got my leg, tried to take me down, I reversed it. Then his head was on the ground. I went, wait a minute, what if I just shove it harder into the ground? Harder, just looking around, smiling at people like, hey, this is kind of fun. And then I also started patting him on the head.
Oh,
Giving him
paintbrushing.
bunny ears.
Yeah, I gave him little bunny ears.
baby.
And then his coach is yelling at him, grab the leg that's closer to you. And then I went, here, my leg's right here. I started patting it to it, like, here, just grab my leg. It's right here. Please do.
Oh my goodness.
So it was over as soon as it started.
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Within the first 5 seconds, she
Flipped him.
I forget what it's called. An
Shoulder
arm
throw?
throw, a shoulder throw. He come at her stiff arm. She just grabbed his arm,
Oh.
and flipped him right over.
So do you ever have the same thing that you're doing to people where somebody that you don't expect and then you're like, whoa, all of a sudden they're like a firecracker?
They might, but I don't really notice it.
She fights her game. Don't worry about nobody else's.
that's right.
what I'd say.
I got something else to ask though.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
up?
So Willow, out of all the different fighting styles, which one is your favorite?
Oh, God, that's hard. Probably MMA.
Because that just kind of combines everything. You
Yeah.
can do whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What is your MMA record?
My MMA record, I don't know. If you go on my dad's channel right now, you can see it.
It's at the very end of
Yeah.
the video you're watching. I want to
Right
say it's
there.
20-something and 11.
1981.
1908-1. Yeah, there's
Okay.
her, all of her records. And then on the next screen is her combined record.
Oh, 130.
Well, now it's
133.
198 after tonight.
Yeah, 198.
Somebody scribbled that with some chalk. I can't hardly read it. No, at least everything's spelled right. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I hate when stuff is spelled right.
Hey, how many
That's
times
great.
do I proofread it before I finalize
Okay,
it?
I remember when you used to call me like, hey, man, I need to know how to do this.
Yep.
I need to do that. Now you done become a whole digital marketing guy your whole self, making videos, everything.
I love making videos.
Well, I mean that's it's a sacrifice for Willow. You know, her childhood gets sacrificed to follow the dream, and then it's a sacrifice for Willie. But you know, I could see them. You know, you see UFC's coming on. You know, you're watching the pay-per-view, and then and this is Willow's dad, Willie Liles, and they show him in the crowd. And, you
No,
know,
I don't want to look. Keep me out of it. I didn't want to be here, do this tonight.
I'm surprised because I still remember when he was a child. Every picture I have of Willie, just about before we're like 20 something, he was like this.
I'm not eating. I tell her. I mean, I had my time. I had my fun. This is her time now.
And then
I'm
every
just
single one of my matches,
get her
you hear
where
my
she
dad
needs
yelling.
to go. To make sure she's doing what she needs to do. Right. Leave me out of it. People, I see it all the time. People talking to the parents. Oh, tell me this. Tell me that. I don't talk to me. This is her show.
Right.
So I do have two other questions, if you don't mind. How did you get the name Little Thug?
Okay, so
Are you robbing like grocery stores or like?
I mean, I might, but I might not say. But
So you're a menace.
Lil Menace. That's on that one shirt.
that was one
Oh,
of my.
man.
That was gonna be one of my names. And so basically, Rose Nama Nunez. Her name is Thug Rose Nama Nunez, and I got it from her. That's why my head was shaved for a long time.
Well, I was wondering about that. I know that you had like some hair, and then all of a sudden it got cut. I didn't know if it was just a dare or if somebody beat you, or you just decided,
I went,
somebody
"Oh,
was
wait."
grabbing it in a fight. Somebody grabbed it or something.
That's also very annoying. But I just went, oh wait, Rose Nama Nunez. I like her. I'm gonna shave my head now.
She
Thug
is a 3-time former world
How you
champion.
spell the last name?
Just put Rose.
Just put Thug
Rose.
Rose, because nobody's gonna spell that right.
Namajun.
Jama Nunez.
Yeah.
Nunez.
So Sheila, 125 pounds
And
of whoop your tail.
She looks like the chick from Resident Evil with hair, but she didn't want to be glamorized as like a pretty girl, so that's why she shaved her head and wanted to be known as a fighter, not as some pretty face.
Can she fight?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she's an
3-time world
amazing
champion.
fighter.
You better believe it. She
trying to be
knocked
like
out
her.
Zhang Weili with a head kick,
Yeah, I watched that
and
match.
Zhang Weili is whew,
And,
Yeah.
and
Good.
fun fact, because that's one of Willow's favorite fighters, her female favorite fighters. They're getting ready to be in the same documentary together on Youth
that's
MMA.
fantastic.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You're going to a
so
documentary?
awesome.
She's already done it. They're just waiting for it to I guess.
Finalized.
Did you have to
be
fly out to
finalized.
film it?
No,
No, the film crew recorded several tournaments, and then they interviewed the kids from the different tournaments, and then they interviewed Rose because she used to fight for one of the promotions that she was fighting for.
Yeah.
For those tournaments, so she's going to be in the same she didn't meet her, but they're going to be in the same documentary
Right.
together.
That's got
I
to
thought
feel
that was
really
cool.
good,
Yeah.
huh, Willow?
You're going to have Thug
Be in the
Willow and
same
Thug Rose
documentary
together.
as your hero.
Yeah.
That's got to be
When does that come
amazing.
out?
It was supposed to come out last spring, but I guess there was some issues. And then I think it was in October or November. They had their first screening at one of the film festivals in the mountains somewhere. And then they're going to try to get it released sometime early this year.
What kind of stuff did they ask you?
just like what I do, how long I've been doing it, what tournaments I compete in, and like what's my favorite.
Basic stuff,
Do you ever get mad? Like, do you ever get mad and take it personally when you're fighting, or I'm just doing
Yes.
my thing? You get
Yes,
mad.
yes, too often.
Sounds like tonight you did.
You know, emotions are what sunk Darth Vader. You got to remove
There you
the
go.
emotions. Otherwise, you might go to the dark side.
I'm
Gosh,
already
I
in the
think
dark
she's
side.
already there.
Oh, no.
I'm already accepted.
little,
said, "I
little,
own the
little,
dark
little dark side menace. Oh, no.
Sometimes
the
I
dark
take it too
side.
personal.
Yeah.
And that's just it. And I hate to say this again because I know how I used to be. I don't think she takes it personal, but once she starts, she just has fun doing
I
it.
take after you.
That's what
She
I'm saying.
flips that switch.
That might not be a good thing, but like tonight, man, she's out there playing with that boy. That boy could just turn around and beat her. But she was just playing with him. She was having fun. Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my fun with you, whether you like it or not. Right.
They're really not kidding, man. We used to have a band, and anytime I saw everybody leaving while we were playing, it's because that was
Go on the mic and be like,
Willie
hey,
and
why you
Jeff
leaving?
got in a fight somewhere. In it. That's why they call him General. They man, that one dude. You remember y'all took his shoes and he was driving off in the car, and y'all were throwing. He was in a Corvette. Remember, he was in a Corvette. And y'all were throwing shoes and rocks and stuff. He couldn't get out of there fast enough. I was
Yeah,
like, oh Lord.
I'm not going to speak on that much because there was a lot of people looking for me. People in suits that work for the government. So that,
Oh, I heard that.
We'll cut
Yeah.
that out.
Yeah, we'll definitely cut that part out. All right. Well, let's. You want to give a shout out to all your people before we close this thing up?
Yes, I would like to give a shout out to my dad. He is wonderful. He's amazing, and he's basically been my life coach ever since I've been born. I would like to give a shout out to Brian Battle. I don't know if Rose will see this, but Rose Nama Nunez, please see this. I love you so much, and like, you were just like an inspiration to me. I want to be just like you whenever I grow up. I also like to give a shout out to Avery at Triumph Fight Academy, Jonathan Martin, since he's my new coach at Carolina Combat, Chase Gamble. Now, since he's not at Jim O, I'm still going to give a shout out to Jim O. And that's... Oh, yeah, World Taekwondo. A shout out to Bradley Isaac at World Taekwondo and Master Surendra Singh.
For them.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting all my gyms. That's too many.
She goes to like 5 or 6 different
Right.
gyms.
I have too many.
Well, I bet your monthly fee is out of
Oh yeah,
comment
4M.
again.
How many jobs do you working? 2 jobs? You work 2 jobs? You work 2 jobs, Willie?
Just one.
Just one? One good one?
No. Sad.
All right.
That's the
Was
sad
that all?
part.
That it?
Oh yeah. The last shout out is to Davis at 4M, Matthew Fleming at 4M, Coach Levante Early, is that his name? Yeah, Coach Levante Early at 4M since he's my boxing coach, and Coach Chris.
With that being said, Jeff, if you will take us on out of here, man.
All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. We had Willow Lil Thug on here talking about her fighting. We need you to smash that like button, hit the notification bell if you would. Look in our description. We're going to have some info in there where you can reach out. We would really love to help get Willow some supporters, some sponsors, so we can take a little bit of the burden off of Willie so he don't have to sell kidneys to get her to these places to fight at. So tune in again. We're kind of out of the politics now, so we're going to be going down the rabbit hole for real next time. All right. Thanks, guys.